Sami Zayn concerned with the Bloodline ahead of WWE Raw. WWE confirms tribal court segment. Karrion Kross on backstage atmosphere following Vince McMahon's return. Ripley makes a bold claim ahead of WWE Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns family member angry because WWE made him look bad on TV. Becky Lynch sends a warning. Release WWE Superstar Royal Rumble return. Let's jump right into it. Karrion Kross on backstage atmosphere following Vince McMahon's return. Karrion Kross has reassured fans that the return of Vince McMahon as CEO of WWE has not sparked fears of job losses among the company's employees. The past few weeks have proven to be tumultuous for WWE. After Vince McMahon strong-armed his way back into the board of directors, 3 board of directors resigned from their positions while 2 new board of directors were appointed. Furthermore, Stephanie McMahon, the then co-CEO of WWE, also resigned from her position. The combination of these events and rumors of an impending sale of the company have left many wondering about the behind-the-scenes atmosphere. The main question that remains is who will be in charge of the creative direction of WWE. While Triple H did address this topic during a recent meeting with talent, it is uncertain what Vince McMahon's plans are. Fans are concerned that Vince may undo the positive changes that Triple H has implemented in the company since he took over. However, WWE superstar Karrion Kross stated in a recent interview with the San Antonio Express News that the employees of WWE are not overly concerned about job security. He also mentioned that they are trying to maintain a positive attitude. It's in my news feeds, it's everywhere. It's inescapable at this point. But the people that I have spoken to about it, like my personal friends in the business, no one's really concerned or afraid for their job. All of us are ready to adapt. I think everyone's just taking it day by day to see where everything lands, and we're all trying to remain optimistic, Kross said. Since Vince's return to the company, several WWE executives and officials have departed the company, and the latest to be released is a WWE Hall of Famer. Devon Dudley worked as a backstage producer in WWE since 2016. However, after serving 6 years with the company, Devon Dudley was released from his WWE contract, which came as a surprise to many fans. Devon made the announcement via Twitter. "The company and I have decided to part ways, and feel this is the best decision for all parties. It's been a pleasure and an honor to work with the young talent when Bubba as well as everyone over in NXT, as well as working with some of the best producers in the world," wrote Devon. It is reassuring to hear from WWE superstar Karrion Kross that the employees are not overly concerned about their job security and are approaching the situation with optimism. It remains to be seen what Vince McMahon's plans for the company will be and how they will affect the creative direction of WWE. What do you make of Karrion Kross' disclosure? Sound off in the comments section. Ripley makes a bold claim ahead of WWE Royal Rumble. The Judgment Day's Ripley made a bold claim ahead of WWE Royal Rumble next weekend. The Women's Royal Rumble match will feature 30 female WWE superstars. The last superstar remaining earns a shot at either the Raw or SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania 39 in Los Angeles. Ripley made it to the final 2 of last year's Royal Rumble, but Bianca Belair emerged victorious. Ripley has become a dominant force on the Red brand and the leader of the Judgment Day after the evil faction kicked Edge out of the group. She will enter the Women's Royal Rumble match as one of the favorites to win it due to her incredible strength. The Eradicator took to Twitter earlier today and claimed that nobody will be able to throw her over the top rope. Included a series of images and zoomed in on her hand grabbing the ropes. "Ain't no one throwing me out the Rumble. #Royal Rumble #the Judgment Day," tweeted Ripley. Ripley shocked the WWE Universe and soundly defeated male superstar Akira Tozawa on a recent edition of the Red brand. Many fans have wondered if Rhea could make an appearance in the Men's Royal Rumble match after her impressive victory over Tozawa. She is more than capable of hurling some of the male superstars on the roster over the top rope if she were to enter both matches. During an exclusive interview with Sportskeeda Wrestling, the 26-year-old claimed that she would love to do so and referenced Beth Phoenix competing in the Men's Royal Rumble in 2010. Beth has not been seen on WWE TV since Rhea brutally attacked her at Extreme Rules last October. "I mean, yeah, I would love to enter the Men's Royal Rumble. I would love to, it'll be a lot of fun. It's a history-making thing, especially having someone like Beth Phoenix, whom I looked up to as a kid. I loved her, I related to her body-wise. So just trying to fill the shoes of someone like Beth Phoenix and help this women's evolution, I think I would love to step into the Men's Royal Rumble. I think it'll be a lot of fun," said Ripley. It was reported late last year that Ripley is set to receive a massive push in 2023. It will be interesting to see if it starts with her winning the Women's Royal Rumble match on January 28th. Which WWE superstar would you like to see win the Women's Royal Rumble match? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Roman Reigns family member angry because WWE made him look bad on TV. Former WWE champion Brock Lesnar is known for being one of the biggest names in the wrestling business. When he is on TV, fans usually pay attention to see what he will do next. This has often resulted in other stars being neglected in his favor. A member of Roman Reigns' Anoa'i family, Lance Anoa'i, once competed on WWE Raw against Shane McMahon. While he was not hired by the company, he did put in a good appearance for the promotion. The star is currently signed with MLW and has been a part of the company in a major way. Lance Anoa'i opened up about how his appearance in WWE on Raw was cut short due to Brock Lesnar's segment going too long. On that day, Lesnar made his way out to the ring with the Money in the Bank briefcase and treated it like a boombox. It ended up becoming a very popular segment, where Lesnar, ditching his usual no-nonsense character, would dance with it. On Family Business, speaking about Brock Lesnar's segment, Lance Anoa'i mentioned how much of what he was supposed to do was cut down that day. He mentioned how that ended up making him look rather bad, as most of what was planned had to be shortened or scrapped. We had planned to go out there, so at first they gave us, I believe it was 7 minutes they gave us in the ring, and it ended up being cut down to 4 because Brock Lesnar's boombox. It was the day he did the boombox. That went a little too long, so they had to cut our time. And we added that it took out his shine. However, he mentions that just being on Raw was memorable. It took out my whole shine, so all I got in was a dropkick. But that was cool, man. Just to be even in the ring on Raw and a great time, and then tapping out, and then my cousin Roman coming down to make the save, and just me and him in the ring was awesome. Before their appearances were cut down because of Lesnar's segment going too long, Shane McMahon apparently helped Lance Anoa'i feel calm and talked to him while planning out what they would do in the ring. I was like, alright, what are we gonna do? Before we went, I knew Roman was doing a little feud with Shane and Drew and all them at the time. So I knew it might have been something with them, but I didn't think it was gonna be an actual match. So yeah, once they tell us, and they pull me and Shane to go over everything, they tell us what we're doing. Shane, man, he was honestly cool. We were sitting in catering together, talking, we were by ringside talking. He was just making me feel very comfortable to get in the ring with him, and just going over spots. In the end, they left the ring without having done as much as planned after the Brock Lesnar segment went over. Currently in MLW, Lance Anoa'i is currently the promotion's tag team champion. However, it remains to be seen whether he will return to WWE sometime in the future. What did you make of Brock Lesnar's boombox gimmick? Let us know in the comments section below. Becky Lynch sends a warning. Multi-time women's champion Becky Lynch sent a warning shot to Bayley ahead of their steel cage match this week on Monday Night Raw. Ever since her return, Becky Lynch has been a thorn in Bayley's side. It all started when the man was attacked by Damage Control on the Raw following SummerSlam. She returned to join Bianca Belair at Survivor Series War Games. Since then, Lynch and Bayley have been at loggerheads. The rivalry gained more momentum when Damage Control cost Lynch a shot at the Raw Women's Championship. The two women decided to settle the score in a singles match on Raw, where Bayley won. A steel cage match between the two former best friends has been set for the upcoming episode of Raw. The former Raw Women's Champion recently took to Twitter to fire a warning shot at Bayley ahead of their clash. While discussing football, the man stated that she would defeat the role model tomorrow. Man of the people. Go Bengals and future Bengals. Love ya, Cincinnati. TS can't wait to kick Kumquat Karens tomorrow. #WWERW, wrote Becky Lynch. This isn't the first time Becky Lynch has used that term to describe Bayley. After last week's episode of Raw, the man took a dig at Bayley by calling her Kumquat Karen. See you next week, Kumquat Karen. #WWERW, wrote Lynch. The rivalry between the two women has been heating up over the past few weeks. However, Bayley's stablemates will look to play spoilsport for the man as they are bound to stage an interference during the clash. It remains to be seen who will come to the aid of the former women's champion. It is possible that a female legend could show up to help Lynch since Raw 30 is rumored to feature some of the top legends in the women's division. What are you most looking forward to at Raw this week? Sound off in the comments section. Release WWE Superstar Royal Rumble return. The stage is set for the 36th Royal Rumble and we are merely a few days out. The Alamodome in San Antonio, Texas is going to abuzz with excitement on the 28th of January for the mega event. There are some indications that a superstar could be making a comeback to WWE at the upcoming Rumble. Chelsea Green was released from WWE back in 2021, but it appears that the former star could be set to make her return as part of the Women's Royal Rumble match. Green recently responded to a fan who noted that they were looking forward to her return to WWE at Royal Rumble. Recent reports regarding Green's status with WWE suggest that she has already been re-signed by the company, and now it appears that Royal Rumble is the perfect place for her to make her return. Chelsea Green was only able to make one appearance on SmackDown before injury, which then led to her release as part of her first run with the company. She will be looking to make more of an impact this time around. Chelsea Green appears to be heading back to WWE and could soon be joined by her husband Matt Cardona, who was known as Zack Ryder whilst working as part of the company for more than a decade. Cardona has teased making his return to the company several times over, with many believing that he will be an entrant in Royal Rumble. The biggest clue regarding his future came earlier this week when he filed a trademark application for the name Zack Ryder. It's unclear if this means that Vince McMahon is set to have another power couple in the company following this weekend's show, but if Green makes her way back, then it's likely her husband will follow. Do you think Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona will be surprise entrants in their respective Royal Rumble matches? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. WWE confirms Tribal Court segment. WWE has announced the Tribal Court segment involving Sami Zayn and the Bloodline for Raw 30. This comes after the events of Friday's SmackDown when Kevin Owens attacked Reigns during their Royal Rumble contract signing and powerbombed him through a table. When the Tribal Chief regained consciousness, he saw Zayn, who chased Owens away, holding the contract. Following this, it was reported that the Bloodline Appreciation Ceremony, which was initially slated for the milestone episode of Raw, has now been scrapped. Instead, the Bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, will be holding a Tribal Court session, with the honorary use being put on trial. In a press release, the company confirmed the segment for the milestone episode of Raw. Weeks of tumultuousness and questionable decision-making has caused dissension in the Bloodline. A wild Royal Rumble contract signing between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens left the Bloodline wiped out in the ring and Sami Zayn holding the contract. Now, the head of the table and the undisputed Universal Champion has decided to hold a Tribal Court and put Sami Zayn on trial for his recent actions. What will the final verdict be on the honorary use? Tune into Raw 30 on Monday on USA to find out. The honorary use has been involved with the Bloodline for the last several months and helped lead the team to victory at WWE Survivor Series War Games back in November. The next night, Owens declared that he wanted nothing to do with Sami Zayn anymore, a declaration that carried a ton of weight considering their storied friendship and history. However, Zayn will look to clear the air ahead of Roman Reigns' important clash. He recently took to Twitter to state that the situation has been misconstrued and it is not what they look like. It remains to be seen how good a job Zayn will do of explaining himself during the trial. With rumors circulating that the honorary use could be challenging Roman Reigns next, a break in the Bloodline seems imminent. What do you think will happen to Sami Zayn at WWE Raw 30? Sound off in the comments section below. Sami Zayn concerned with the Bloodline ahead of WWE Raw. Sami Zayn voiced his opinion on the recent turbulence caused in the Bloodline by the Kevin Owens problem ahead of WWE Raw 30. On last week's edition of SmackDown, Reigns was ready to sign the contract for his upcoming title match against Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event. But the prizefighter had a surprise for the Tribal Chief as he blindsided and took out the entire Bloodline on his own. KO also left the undisputed WWE Universal Champion in the dust as he sent Reigns through the table with a pop-up powerbomb finisher. Honorary use arrived in the ring once the chaos had subsided. Owens exited the ring and ran into the crowd, effectively ending the segment. As tensions between Owens and Reigns grew, questions were raised about Zayn's reliability and why he was so late in arriving to assist the Bloodline. The 38-year-old WWE star took to Twitter to convey a 6-word message to prove that his allegiance seemingly lies towards the Tribal Chief's family. "It's not what it looks like," Zayn wrote. For the past few weeks on WWE programming, KO has been putting ideas into the former Intercontinental Champion's mind that Roman Reigns and his family members are using him to do their dirty work. Even after Zayn proved his honesty towards the Tribal Chief at Survivor Series War Games, he has been in chaos because he betrayed his former best friend. Due to this, WWE has announced the Tribal Court segment for Raw 30, featuring the former Intercontinental Champion and the Bloodline. Following SmackDown's main event, it was revealed that Reigns' acknowledgement ceremony, which was initially scheduled for the milestone episode of Raw, has been cancelled. Instead, Roman Reigns and his cousins will hold a Tribal Court session during which the honorary use will be on trial. Do you think Sami will prove his reliability to the Bloodline on Raw 30? Sound off in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing